Yaduru Nama Totoma Efioma Mbedoma. My program today I will not take long, and I will also somehow take long because what I want to deliver is very long. I told you I was to play a lot of voice notes last time. I became too busy. I didn't deliver that as I promised, but I have them still need to play, though some people chatted me privately. There are some things that are confidential. Some people did not allow me to play. Some people sent me those things for me to have fair knowledge of them, because they believe they belong in different groups, platforms. So they bring information to me so that I'll be acquainted with the development. Okay, without taking your time, Adadiora has made confessions and has come up also to put up apologies, and Madam Bao already have come to make defense and accepted the apologies and all of that. What we have to do right now as we stand is to begin to reflect on those things. For those of you who are always, on the attacking front, with your attack, all of us will go into attack and the table will break. Because as it stands, we are not yet ready so urgently to be liberated. If we are, we will know. Even the Bible we all read says that truth gives deliverance. Yes, truth. And if it is true that truth will bring deliverance, and you are all living in lies and self-denial, and your own truth is joining people without any tangible evidence to blackmail another, and you are seeking to uphold another, consciously avoiding the truth because you want a particular boat to sell or sheep to sell, while another is dumped. That is why, as it stands, with everything that is happening, it is enough for all of you to know that heaven itself is ready to get us liberated. Judging from how Donald Trump came in, judging from how people who worked for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's cause getting appointed in Donald Trump's cabinet, judging from how the Spirit of God led Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the confines of the enemy to come up with a lawsuit, come up with a reverberated energy to push for the same cause that he seemed to be cold over a long period of time. But upon the adoption or arrest of our PM Simon Ekpa, the Spirit took over him again. Now the renascent Nnamdi Kanu, the renascent agitation, the Spirit revived. Is that not enough for you to know? Just a week plus 2 days or so ago, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called his lawyers to put up a lawsuit against, or a notification to the Nigerian public, warning that anyone who dare raises the issue of the 1966 General 1966 coup being an Igbo coup, that they are going to launch a very massive lawsuit against such individuals, whether it is the president, whether it is the vice president, whether it is the senate president, whether it is the speaker, whether it is the attorney, whether it's any human, to the level of a ward councillor, including individuals who dare resist that false alarm that the January 1968 coup was an Igbo coup. It did not take 1 week. General Ibrahim Badamasi, mind you, there is this wave that was already ongoing. There is a spiritological activation to get the Biafran people justice, to get all the bad air filtered, to wave all the bad name, the bad tag on the head of the Igbo Biafrans. IBB took the courage and insisted on his date of launching of the book. Now, there he spilled the beans. Some of the people that even forwarded, that was even there in the program, that took certain role to making sure the program was a success, were also victim of Ibrahim Badamosi's sword, because the truth sounds like a sword. Yes, a lot of people were victims who were there, and he had to speak apart from the one he wrote. Now, God did not stop there. He still brought up another chameleon that was, pretending to be Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's friend when Nnamdi Kanu was having his freedom. The FFK, anywhere belle-faced man. That is the same person that Obasanjo said, it is anything, anywhere belle-faced. That don't worry about this particular individual. When he just come after you, or begin to rant, there is only one solution to his problem. Just bring a plate of food, then he would change to serve you. So such a shameless person. Now God now come to disgrace those people who are still stubbornly hell-bent on giving up this false narrative. Then you can connect back to yesterday. When I mean yesterday, not a long distant past. They, in that particular place reference I'm trying to connect to, Femi Kaede, told you that there was a conspiracy. Showore was just bringing up this conspiracy against the Igbos just recently in the podcast, 100 Bond podcast. It was the Femi Kaede that brought it before the Tinubu's election, this 2023 election, the selection they did. It was Femi Kaede that brought that topic. Anybody who follows up, who is up to date, should know. He talked about it. Now today he is the same person who is saying the opposite. That is how God destroys evil people. So now, this same spirit of God working for the Biafran people still magneted Yakubu Gowon, the man that led the genocide. Now the man came up to confess. He said it was Britain, after all, that was propelling the engine of the genocide against the Igbo and Biafrans as a whole. So that spirit is still then. That same spirit now did not stop there. The spirit went into the fold of these same people, Ngozi Orabueze, and they magneted or activated the good spirit in some of these people that was blowing the trumpet of Ngozi Orabueze. You saw Madam Madam something was that woman that said she never supported the Fulani account, she never supported any Nigerian account, she never supported anything like that because she knows the consequence. The lady that was reacting to Raphael Adadiора's program that said she was disappointed that Raphael Adadiora would think that she supported that cause, even though their path did not cross. So now she did that. The Reme Jews came up, opened up how all of them have been crying that Ngozi should make sure she do some certain things for the freedom of Simon. Reme Jews still came up, told you one, that Ngozi is the type that doesn't want to listen to anybody because she is all-knowing. In my program, I now try to relate to Idi Amin of Uganda and how he was such a recalcitrant fellow, but somebody in his cabinet had to stop that, which helped to stop his changing Uganda to Idi. Now, Reme Jews did not stop there. Reme Jews also told you how Ngozi stopped any protest that will help bring attention of the world and attention of Finnish government towards Simon's release. That Ngozi stopped the crave for international lawyers that will be funded by Biafran people. Now, that did not stop there. What did Ngozi tell you people about the money and the after Adadiora exposed her? She not told you that these monies, yes, that these monies are for charity. Then Adadiora began to raise alarm that Biafran people were not raising money for charity. Now, Reme Jews said, we had advocated that you pull resources from the donation from Biafrans to get Simon international lawyer, that Simon did not get into trouble because he was fighting for Simon's selfish cause. That he was fighting that Simon is a well-doing man, fine gentleman, doing very well. That he landed into trouble because he was fighting for us. So we need to give him the best. That I'm going to block that. You heard that. Reme Jews said today now, Reme Jews said he wants to be an independent journalist so that he will not seem to bet. Yesterday he started calling for unity. He started now that same spirit. You can see, imagine Reme Jews, the King Kong of saga and social media disgraceful activities, is telling you now that we need to stop all this. That what should matter to us is having the safety of our people. Check up Reme Jews. Now that spirit enveloped Adadiora. Adadiora came up with the truth. She began to tell you everything. She said there are ones that she's waiting for the camp of Ngozi, that the ones she will now open up, but she will wait for them to attack so that she will finish up the whole thing. Now she was threatened. I saw throughout 3 days ago. I didn't want to rush to talk about this. I had to lie low. Then I saw Adadiora responding now that she want to apologize. Now she now had to cherry pick. She had to cherry pick on what apologies to give and what she want to hold on as truth. Now the Biafran people now were raising up alarm that Adadiora's family is under threat at home. Here at home, that our family is under threat. Adadiora did not talk about it. Of course, you know that is how it used to be. When your family is under threat, you will be given conditions not to speak about it. All those voice notes, some of you have seen it. All those write-ups, some of you have seen it. Now, but the one I know is, it is possible that her family is under threat. Although many people have said that, which of course is supposed to validate it. But I have a way of, giving all my chest to issues that are raised. Now, I also know from the confession of Adadiora, she said that all the people that were sacked by Simon Ekpa have been rallied around by Ngozi. Other people from Ngozi's fold now began to talk about it as well, which All of you have seen some of them. Caterpillar also did a voice note, which I am supposed to play here too. But I don't know if it will have any negative implication. Yes, because that voice note somewhere. So, now, he accepted, but even Ngozi's latest program, she denied it. That tells you how she is like that, her party woman that said she was lying to the public and she was the leader of their party, that their Nigerian party. Are you ignorant of that? No, you are not. You know about her. Are you also ignorant of her People's Club membership of Nigeria? No. Are you ignorant that Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa said something about having been involved in something that relates to Nigeria in the past and clearing it off once you start Biafra? And Simon said, since I started this, can anybody link me up to having anything to do with any Nigerian politician? Till today, nobody could prove that Simon had anything to do with Nigeria. They were still, the Nzana people were still linking up Simon, gossiping, blackmailing him, the same way Ngozi and her cohorts are connecting Ogekere. And many people joined her to blow that trumpet. How do you want freedom when you don't want to investigate the information you hear? Now, Adadiora continued. She did not stop there. She now called Caterpillar, called other people. Today, Ngozi have come to say yes. Dr. Agi, particular case of other people, but Dr. Agi that she was later reinstated or were called back. Okay, I am not talking about Dr. Agi because I don't like to talk about Dr. Agi. Let's leave her matter. Now, Ngozi now said Caterpillar. Oh, she don't know if anybody have any information about the individual, how Caterpillar was sacked by Simon. Even when Caterpillar did not deny it, accepted that, Ngozi is saying if anybody. So you know the person you are following, too crafty to represent a cause of people who are whiter than white. If you believe in the Nnamdi Kanu's cause, which Simon Ekpa revived, you should believe that the cause is for people who are whiter than white. Look at what somebody that you are following said about Caterpillar.
About the individual. Let me start with Caterpillar. If you have any specificity when the Prime Minister suspended this individual, again, send it to me. I don't have that. Well, Dr. Abi, again, Dr. Abi has been a member of the government of God. She has done excellently well. Nobody is perfect.
Okay. Now, did you hear that Dr. Agi is normal human being? Nobody is perfect. Now we want to assume that Raphael Chiamaka Ajere has faltered, some other persons in the camp has faltered. Let's assume Ogenkere has faltered, which of course there is no anything proving to Ogenkere faltering, other than the rubbish all of them are cooking up. Now, to tell you that it was a cook up, even Adadiora came up to tell you that it was envy, the just envy of Ogenkere that he was donating too much money for the cause. So they began now to conspire that he wanted to buy over the cause. Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. Now, Adadiora has come to now say that she's sorry. Why do you think she's saying that? Was it that the truth she said, that she said she wanted to say the truth now, not only to be protecting government, that if we keep on like this, we will never get Biafra? Does it mean that this truth is no longer truth? Now, she said for Ajere case, that is true that Ajere married somebody's wife. And for this other case, it is true that this is her. Then, for Ogenkere, that is where I have interest. The same Ogenkere, that is not true that Ogenkere was not sending the money to men on ground. That is the Adadiora telling you. On her apologies, on her Now another truth. Then she told you that as for Ogenkere selling Simon, that yes, Ogenkere sold Simon. Then what is Simon's cost? To protect our land. So Ogenkere sold Simon so that he will protect our land. Okay. That is after she had been threatened, her family had been threatened. You don't expect her to do otherwise. She's human. She has been involved with Ngozi. So you should expect blackmail. So they had common things. There are some secrets they share in common. You know, when somebody is a hardened criminal, the person don't no longer have image. So the person could have told Adadiora, you know me, I don't have anything to lose again. I don't have anything. Now, if you want to go this way, we will spill the beans. And you know, you are the person making money from social media. You are the person that will stand to lose. All them because everybody will scatter. This one, no. So don't you know, sense that there is a strong blackmail? If you do this now, since Adadiora started going against her, go and check her page. Her views begin to depreciate, which of course, Remedios told you that Ugo 247 told him to join in Ihademe. So that is to say, and that Ugo said it very clearly that they know that this Biafra might not come. So since it might not come, why are they giving that social media seriousness? Because all their accounts are monetized. So they need more views, not minding the pain their money, their selfish interest will cost. The cost Simon and Mazin Namdekano have been pushing, sacrificing everything all along, alongside all Biafrans who have been paying dearly from their pocket, with their life risking, staking everything, staking their family, their peace, their convenience. It's about protecting their relevance and social media money. Okay, are you aware that Ngozi up until this February is still in Finland? What is the mission? If she's in Finland, why doesn't she have, as a government, Adadiora asked the question, why can't you have a tangible update about Simon? Why do you want us to rely on hearsay? Hey, Adadiora said it is that big brother that is black that is giving us update to say, oh, Simon did this one. That one is growing his page. Remedios gave you the Finnish link where you have update from Finnish journalists, so that when you get it in Finnish language, you use translator to translate it and see update. The people that started doing that are having update. You are a government too. So why can't you open your eyes? Maybe I should start playing some voice note. Now, I think I should start by showing you. Maybe I should start with the Caterpillar issue. Even I should start with Caterpillar's confession.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I greet everyone. I'm not going to be a reaction. No, I'm only a Caterpillar, million euro. Millions render John. Whatever you change in the war, before you conclude anything, you need to ask. Because I don't know the percussion. I don't know it's not a book. You don't understand. Because many Caterpillar must face the consequences. I want the kind of person more like a woman will after that. As the people put money, they have to the percussion here. Man then the tata. I want to talk about catching it. And that you know nobody to do Naligo. But commanders in Naligo. Or this thing in I stay alive. It's not my own policy by the grace of God, because no people come out. You don't understand. Only yet because of someone will misunderstanding before. But you do not ask questions. You just conclude because I don't easy and they will draw questions. As you know.
Did you hear Caterpillar confessing as to why the Biafran people, especially those who follow Simon, Bole Asi? Also, again, I hear the Bole Asi is because Nayana Simon were Nsobu. Ngozi told you that anything about Simon, that she is Simon's custodian. Yes, Simon is in her custody. So she is the babysitter of Simon. So everything about Simon, she's the one that knows. That triggered Ada to reply that. Ada said, it is how you know Simon that I know Simon. So stop coming to deceive people claiming you know Simon more. Okay, since you are claiming to know Simon more, that you should remember that DOS Ndenzama, aka Ndenzama, which you have become, because they said you pulled 50 million to give Caterpillar, while the men said they needed only 25 million, and at the end of the day, the men said they did not even receive 5 naira. So that is why the origin of that Ndenzama. So you can see now, and this thing bring about low morale. You remember why the fracas in ESN started in the first place and why Simon stepped up. DOS Nnamdi Kanu said he will be paying these people every month, at least call it stipend. You said no, you won't pay again, they are volunteers. So if they can't do again, they should leave the bushes and forest. That is, can you remember? Thank you, we must be taking it. Now Caterpillar have now come to clear the air that yes, Ngozi was talking about suspending, but Simon sacked. So you should know the difference between suspending and sacking. So when it relates to the other persons that she also rallied around, she is still calling it suspension, but the people that brought the information to the limelight call it sack. I brought in different voice notes in my program where people in Ngozi's camp who were agitated that Ngozi was rallying those people around, that they want to know what is really fishing. Now I played those voice notes in my program. I think that was a live program. Now Ngozi today is still denying that is the person you are dealing with. Good. I have now Caterpillar is telling you now about here. Caterpillar is trying to clear his air, his name. There is a reason why he is bringing up this voice note. Papa Ejima, these are the people that our PM sacked. Papa Ejima was accusing him of being responsible of certain things. Now, at the end of the day, there is something you will learn about this. That actually, some people are using the name of Biafran agitation to commit crime. But the good thing is that the people that Ngozi suspended and which the Ngozi's media people blackmailed were not the people. That is the real people whom Simon always held, projected. Even Remedios have come to apologize. Ngozi have not come to say, let us clear that air. Till today, Ngozi have continued to divide the men on ground. Now, she came up with another logic to defend her reason for dividing the men on ground. She now said that we will have, she want to decentralize. Before, were they not decentralized BLA? They were all having their own separate commands, but there is a central command. Even in a confederal arrangement, there will always be different states policing and security, but there is a central command. That is why it is important you don't give a nurse the responsibility of a political guru, or at least those who will yield, who will accept that they don't know, so that those who know will guide them, not somebody that is so all-knowing in claiming. Eze onye agwanam ka akpọrọ gwa si ya na nsị dịkwa gị n'ike. Eze onye agwanam so onye agwanam eze onye agwanam na m na-ekwe na nsị dịkwa gị n'ike. Eze onye ka kedu fonu na-ekwu na agwanam ụmụnne wee hapụ eze onye agwanam ọ gaa n'ama. Ọkwa n'iru ama ka eze onye agwanam nọzi ndị mmadụ na-eme na-asọ ya oyi na-agbapụ. Eze onye agwanam na-afụzi na-enere anyị ijiji was all over him. the smell sense, human sense of smell got activated. Now he began to even perceive this thing. It was done on him that penny began to hide himself in shame. In your case today is Madam Baobab. That is why Ezonyam is telling you, you should ask her, why did you even put the address? You are addressing the American government, you are addressing this. You went to create a false letter-headed paper. You are putting a Biafran Tower. So saying, where is Biafran Tower? She is mocking you people. Some people are coming to claim, thank God that our sister, saved her head. She says she cannot support that stupidity. How can we be saving people and then you are opening the Fulani account, opening this one? Now she's telling you that these monies are for charity. I was crying about this thing since January, since December. Monies there cannot be pulled for this cause. That's why you are not seeing any progress. All the money you put there, it cannot be pulled for this cause. Even if you want to, if you were genuine, and Ogenkere was doing something wrong, wouldn't you have employed your tact? That you will take a gradual process and take away this account from Ogenkere, and then, because Biafran would have seen that Ogenkere was actually an evil person. But today, Biafrans have seen the reverse. That everything said against Ogenkere was a conspiracy. That is why Ogenkere was having fewer number of followers before. But gradually Ogenkere, that is how it happened to Simon. And that is why Simon succeeded in taking over that account. I told you, I kept on preaching about it. Nelly came to destroy. Simon still insisted. People were, buy Nelly, finish Nelly, do this one. Simon was. He took time and got everything he wanted from Nelly and allowed Nelly to disgrace herself. That is how it is done. But this one is not the case. Madam Bao is a mole planted by the enemy. That is why she's doing everything to mock your cause. Today, even the enemies are not even coming direct. They have divided us and coming to destroy everything with our own brothers. Because they have a moon inside that help them facilitate that. Was it not this same people that she's bringing back into the men on ground that had to declare war against Simon and now join the accountability group and began to fight Simon? Are they not the people? So this thing did not happen a very long time ago. So how come you want to forget? Or you want to join her to say she has forgotten? That she don't know, somebody remind me anyway, if it happened, please somebody should send me. As if she didn't know. As if she didn't know. The issue of Madam Azuka, did you people not know what happened? She, Bao, caused it, and our PM regretted. Although PM did not sack Azuka, PM only said, due to everything we have heard, it was just because of so many things. She said, okay, Mama, serve suspension. Because our PM is a man who wants to make sure there is orderliness. Serve suspension. Somebody will say, oh, now you are talking about it now, serve suspension. So it is a part of leadership to give people, to suspend people. Yes. Now you see the difference now. People in the cabinet, you were appointed like the people were appointed now. You did not even say it is suspension, or you say you are dissolving the cabinet they belong and they are no more part of the cabinet. So you should know naturally these people must disagree. Now, to show you that they are not really evil, their disagreement is not to fight against the cause. Their disagreement is not to say that we want to sustain the structure of our leader. Now, this one told you that she's a surrogate. Does a surrogate destroy the pillars or the foundation of her master? A surrogate is a caretaker. A surrogate is under the command, directive of her boss. Now, if Simon told Ngozi to do this, tell Ngozi to show you the letters that Simon wrote telling her to destroy the thing he has labored for, to now discard all the liaison's office and now have a new name and a new idea. What took hundreds of thousands of dollars to put up, just about 3 months to the declaration. So Simon want to destroy the hundreds of thousands of dollars of the Afghan people and have a new listing. And I told you clearly that Simon said, we are not going to dissolve the house immediately after the redeclaration according to her language. Simon said, we are not going to do that. I kept on preaching this, that we will do dissolving when we are ready to hand over to the government in homeland. That customary government, that will be after we had used the brigade to get recognition. We will get recognized first. Then, and handing over to this government in homeland, we are dissolving, including himself, because the government in homeland will now be in charge. Why? Because we have gotten recognized. There are stronger international supporters. Different countries have started supporting, and then the Nigerian government cannot stand the might. And that these men on ground that Ngozi started to blackmail will still be the men on ground in charge. They can only be more equipped, and Simon began to call for having the men more equipped. That was what happened. Is that what Ngozi is telling you today? No. She has twisted the whole narrative to suit her paymasters. And you are clapping, and you say you want Biafra. You are clapping, and you are still telling people that you want Biafra. It is a pity. It is a pity. But this confession from Caterpillar is not just, it did not just come. It did not just come. There is a reason why he is bringing up this confession. I don't know if I play the whole confession, maybe you should see more things. But it's okay, so Caterpillar kwe mano kaligo egwu and now onye owo na ala Igbo. It's okay. Now, did Simon market this name for you? Simon did not market this name. Simon marketed a particular name. Instead of you to keep marketing the name Simon was marketing, rather, you took a U-turn and demarketed the person. That so many people, so many Biafrans who were following Simon now begin to have mixed feeling about the person. They began to join the name calling against the person. And there is something about people who are paying sacrifice, who are sacrificing. When you demoralize them, if it is not the hand of God, they will turn against everything. But thank God, this is not the case here now. So it's a warning to some of you. You must make sure you encourage these men.
Because around the money black yet. Only that's not the plan and also no one don't job. Because I want to like it. So I want to take the word of the life of Ijma. That criminal of France and happy that will maybe soon night. One was a simple number. When you notice like that man, which I don't want to. All these things stand there. Because I know somebody I hide it.
Now, do you know who Mpejima is? So that you know all the people Simon told you about. There was so many things fishy about them. Now, this one now is Caterpillar telling you about Mpejima. So that there is how God does these things. He will use you to destroy yourself. Yes. Now look at this. Now, this is one of the DOS henchmen. Yes, here more. Now, are you hearing it? That can you hear where the whole thing is coming from? Let us hear why Pejima was calling out.
I will be seeking one. No, I won't be checking. My God is fighting for me. Because I do not say, even me, I've been fighting for you.
Now, you know who is talking. This is Papa Ejima. So I want to make sure I play the part where you hear them introduce themselves.
Not platform, not knowing that you are evil, you have a caterpillar. So that's not me now, and we know about a second ability. Come and reach about a platform. One day you need to delete all those things. And you can't fight against nature. It's not about caterpillar. You're nothing but a criminal. About bagging up.
So they are the ones exposing themselves. Do you hear what this one said he is? That he is nothing but a criminal. And he can never stop because he has gone too far in evil. So he can never change. And that was why Simon took his stand. Both Caterpillar, Simon said no, we cannot work because our leader Mazunan Kanu said that we are whiter than white. We cannot function with people like this. Now you should ask yourself, is your Madam Bao Bao working in the ordinances of being whiter than white? That's set down standard. She? No. But let us continue.
You know the conscience. You have confirmed to me that you are nothing but a criminal. You don't need an alcohol, it's not going to go again. I can't take what I'm doing outside the room or anything. It's not command the call, Lieutenant Colonel will be calling. About.
Now, in the background of where this Papa Ejima is recording his voice note, does that look like a France? Are you hearing local dogs barking? I want you people to use your conscience. You have that sense of right and wrong. Yes, use it. Use your discretion to know what is truth. Now, the people that Ngozi is working with, they are the people that was telling the Nigerian government that it's Simon Ekpa and his group Bondena Palo na Biafran land. Now I want you to connect to these things. Please connect to it. Ngozi today is claiming to be ignorant because there is need for damage control. She's telling you now, oh, she don't know if you have a way PM sanction Caterpillar. And she told you that she's the person that knows everything about Simon, that she is Simon's PA, she's Simon's this and that. Are you hearing that? You're hearing it yourself. That it is these people that was demarketing Simon, creating all the bad impression that people ever had about Simon. That it is Simon na ndị otu ya bụ ndị na-egbu ndị mmadụ niile a na-egbu n'ala Biafra. You are hearing it from them themselves making confessions. And Ngozi did not hear when Simon sacked Caterpillar. Ngozi did not know the time of the saga when Caterpillar and his cohorts were peddling these lies. Ngozi did not know about it. Okay, do I know anything? But she is the person you are following. Now, you think it's a coincidence? It's also a coincidence that Ngozi's camp, after they had taken over power from Simon, because that has been what they wanted. Now they maintain that rumor from their platform, from their media platform, that Butuzo, when Caterpillar told you it is Simon and his men that were doing those evil, it is that one is something of the past. Okay, now what of the something of the present? The media men of Ngozi started it. That the Caterpillar did not call them, but Ngozi's media people began to call them. And why is Simon, what case is Simon answering today? This is the case Simon is answering today. Now let me also use this opportunity. Yes, so maybe I did not highlight it. The case is answering today. Terrorism. So when you think it is Nigerian government has worked with people. Now the Ngozi people are giving the allegation on Ogenkere. Please, till today, can you have any link of Ogenkere? Any kind of, whether it is clear or not clear, how Ogenkere worked against Simon, please. But this is it, Ngozi media men. The same thing Caterpillar and his people were doing then to blackmail Simon and his men. Ngozi media now begin to even call them. That Butuzo and his men doing kidnap, they are doing this one. Did you not hear it? That's the Simon and his men that Caterpillar, according to this you are hearing now, mentioned. Who are those Simon's men? Is it not Butuzo that is his central commander and the other people? Now, Ngozi's media men have come to call the names. They don't want to say just men, Simon's men. Now they begin to call them. Holy Ghost is now a criminal. Butuzo is now a criminal. Now, Adadiora, after knowing the damage, maybe she feel that this man may come after her family or whatever here at home. Now she began to say, that it's not them. Oh, she is sorry. How many times will she tell you she is sorry? How many sorry and how many truths she want to tell you? So you must get it. Someone is blackmailed somewhere. So that is why the first Ezoku is no longer Ezoku. Now look at it. This same Ada now is telling you in her yesterday program, she said that these things you are hearing, that Ogenkere did that, this. But the truth is that Ogenkere then tell her to prove. She doesn't have anything. This same Ada, Ada is now telling you another truth. Yes, so in the program she was asking that Van should ask the woman I was telling you about, you should listen, who was denying, never supporting the idea of opening full any account, is I don't know. Now, Ada in this program is saying, Van, you should ask Ogenkere why he sold Simon. You should ask Ogenkere this. You should ask Ogenkere why Simon is answering money related case. Now, for those who are not OES people, go and check from beginning, since you started knowing about Simon's case. What case is Simon answering in the first place? At least Ogenkere have the case that Simon is answering. The people that follow Ogenkere know. Tell Madam Baobao to show you the case Simon is answering. Ask Madam Baobao why she was in Finland before the event. yet she doesn't have a clue of what is happening with Simon. Is it true that she doesn't have a clue? Why is she still in Finland till February? Doesn't she have a work again? But she says she will not resign her work because she needs to pay her bills. Didn't you hear her answer that in the space when she was asked? Now, check from her Twitter. Maybe I should show you so that you don't think we are still cooking up everything. You might think we are cooking up everything. I should have I remember that Kelena is now saying they are after his life. And I want to also say, please, because he is showing Vam saying something that will sound threatening. Please, Pastor Vam, all this, no matter what happens, we are all still brothers. Please, let's not make any threats. We are fighting for a better society. So, please, no matter the difference, please call him and clear the air. You are not, you didn't mean it. Please. And if Rose say anything, Rose, he need to say. So I'm not talking about Rose if he really did threaten. So, Kelena, you people are endangering their lives. So if they threaten, they really need to threaten. So that one. Now, this is from Madam Bao. Look at the date. So you see that still why ask her why she's still in Finland. You can see now. You can see now she's still in Finland. You can see that after the Twitter closed her account. You saw Adadiora or something that was even talking about that while a brother reported her. Well, the brother that reported her, well, it's all of your business, although I don't do such. We can only use the truth. It was the truth that Nnamdi Kanu taught us to use in destroying the enemy. Truth. Nnamdi Kanu's friend Dele Farotimi also told you it is the truth that we need to use. So you can see she's still in Finland, though. Why is she in Finland till now and she don't know? She can't tell you tangibly anything. The government cannot go to Finnish government as a government. She said it's a country that we are running now. So why can't the government go to Finland as a government? Government talks to government. She says she's no more in agitation. She's no more also in exile. No problem, it is wonderful. We pray for that. But why is she still putting USB and then we put /brigade? Does it mean she doesn't know what the meaning of brigade is? It's unfortunate. These are all the things done to mock you people. When I told you about something, Remedios said something. Please see, this is Remedios. He earnestly wished that all saga stops so that there will be unity. But no, Madam Bao has released her dogs, bunch of dogs. You remember how the DOS recruited dogs? So you can see replication of those things that Nzama people did. That is what is still there. Yes, while I continue, Ladipo is still on Ladipo market. They have continued to make the Igbo people pay for their sins of going for P2B. So Igbo people are still paying for that sins. So they should prepare to commit another sin in the P2B still, P2B is warming up. So they prepare to commit another sin. So now, like we were playing, let us continue to play. I have shown you Adadiora in her program said something that Adadiora should go and ask Ogenkere why this and why that, and why Simon is answering a money-related case. Now Adadiora now had to conclude what Baba told her, that Ogenkere used account to play 419 or whatever, and it is coming to Simon's head. Now I want to ask, is it Simon that opened the account that Ogenkere is handling, that it is coming to his head? Who is handling New Dimension account? Is it Ogenkere handling the New Dimension account? Okay. So meanwhile, when it now come to what case Simon is answering relating to money, it is Finnish fundraising, social media fundraising policies, laws. So tell Madam Bao to tell you the truth. By now, she has loved politics for at least more than 8 years. So she should know the basic things, these little things. And she should be telling you, if not that she's deliberate about what she's doing. She's deliberate. It's not a mistake. Whatever I told you from onset, it's not a mistake. Whatever Madam Baba is doing is so deliberate. The money-related case Simon is answering is asset contract. It did not start from now. It was when Simon, it was since 2022, 2023. Yes, it was about a violation of Finnish fundraising, public fundraising, social media fundraising laws. Tell Madam Baba to tell you the truth. Of course, light and darkness doesn't have anything in common. So truth and lies cannot exist together. You cannot put water with kerosene. Water will always go down, kerosene will always be up. So they are not brothers and sisters. So she will not tell you. For those who were listening and clapping for Adadiora, it's unfortunate they have succeeded in totally destroying you. Now you don't have any iota of integrity. They have now abanai auto, totally abanai auto. They have rubbished you. So now you are like also that our other brother, I think is it a big money or something. He said it now. It was also because those I don't know how to qualify some of those people who are with Ngozi. They are this kind of people. I never forgive unforgiven spirited people. They are unforgiven spirit. They are of obvious unforgiven spirit. So they cannot. Oh, everything is remove this mad woman from this group. Remove. This is all they now stand. You know why? You touched a sensitive part. People are waiting until you spill the other beans. Now. That beans they want you to spill, you cannot do it again. You can't open your mouth to say him against Araboys again. She have your secret. She don't have anything to lose. You still have some things to lose. You were the one that said it. You said it, she don't even have any piece of land here in Biafran land. So she don't have anything to lose. You said it. So you can see. That's why you can't fight her. Your hands are tied. That is why I am telling those who are not yet into trouble, make sure that whatever you say is the truth. Make sure that whatever you say is the truth. If Adadiora had continued to touch her, remember she has 3 things to lose. There are some secrets she shared with Ngozi that Ngozi will let out. Ngozi is not afraid of her name. She don't have integrity at all. 2, Adadiora have her family is at home. And according to what is all over now, the family is allegedly under threat. And 3, Adadiora is earning big from YouTube, which is the main reason all of these media dogs. Can't you see? Check from December. Check from November ending to February. The increase in Kelena wasn't even monetized till November. Oh, I think yes. Or in fact, it was just check the growth Kelena had within that period, and now check what happened even to Adadiorama's page, her new page, Ojugo, after Ikenga destroyed the other one. So you can see how all of them significantly was riding on the evil horse's back. That is one thing they want to protect. At least, if not for anything, relate to what Remedios opened up. That Ugo 247 told him clearly he was not drunk. That they know this Biafra may not come. So what else is it? An opportunity for them to make wealth. And how? The other one that he don't know, and the other one that is open. There is how, in the name of the struggle, if they can pull money from the struggle to be opening offices, and now they say the office is no more the brigade office they want to use. That one is what do they call it? What did she call it? She said it's Biafran government Guinea office. So it's no more brigade. Now a new letter-headed paper. So this is how they want to spend the taxpayers, Biafran people's donations. Now, what did you think accountability group did different? They want Togen Kere to do account. The same account that Simon Ekpa reconciled with him and didn't ask of that account until his arrest. Now they are telling Togen Kere. Now they are not accounting to you how they are using your money. When the money is shared, you have heard the allegation of 50 million and 25 million saga were men on ground as a reason why the atrocity of maiming the men, the Igbo youths, the Afro youths, in thousands in Ahamufu. I'm not talking about destruction of all the equipments that Simon bought with Biafran people's money for defense, which the Ebubago and the other joint team of the Fulani are now destroying and taking. Momo Bunigwe and all of that. They are taking on these are people's donations. Biafran people's money. Or you think it was money that fell from heaven? I know. So now you are supposed to be asking, if Adadiora is asking Ogenkere to tell you why is Simon answering this case related to money, tell her to stop being it in Pataka and demand for the case Simon is answering. And stop the blackmail. The blackmail she did, she's trying to correct it now. And she's doing another blackmail. No be juju be that. No be juju be that. 70 years old man. No. You can see that? So, listen. Now, no Finland. This is how Ijima referred Simon. This is how Caterpillar, referred Simon. You can see I have played these two people. I deliberately wanted to play the two people so that you hear. Now continue to hear.
That means when you make it, you know, I'm not going to
now you are hearing them exposing themselves.
Caterpillar for you to do. So what's not to leave about Salem, then a commander. It's a commander. What's not to leave about Salem? Don't give it to the Caterpillar, you know the conscience. You have confirmed to me that you are nothing but a criminal. You don't need that. Caterpillar never voice note. Never voice. In that case, I know this. As a commander, Caterpillar did expose. You got Caterpillar, you go. I'm not going to voice you together via our platform. By Monday, yeah. I'm not going to voice you to again reach Mongozora, US and everything. Caterpillar is a kidnapping government. Evidence with the proof. Yes.
Now, did you hear that this particular person did that voice note to go viral so that it will reach everybody? That even the DOS, he mentioned DOS and mentioned Ngozora Boeze. Did you hear them mention Ogenkere here? No. Let us listen.
And what if I one guy in my village in Obakobai, they kidnap on a law banker, ever had a joke with it. And the rest of them should let me know that I want all that gets me a fan freedom. Or wrong information. Yes, it's November last year. Who had that well? On a February, beginning of February. I could have a ransom, 4.something million, contact my police every day. And I said, my ransom police, so bad I could put on a platform, general platform in Obakobai. Then I cannot say, it's not on the ground. That's not ESN, no law banker. You see, no, in Caterpillar. Check Caterpillar, we can get no law banker because I'm going to say it must now. ESN are not existing 100%.
Is it true that Ozobeji the Mazinam the Kanu ESN didn't exist again? When did Simon stop ESN? When did he disband ESN? Even though as he disbanded them, they were still operating in, at least you remembered a year plus 2 years when they were still shooting at cattle. You still saw that. So when you're listening to these people, you use your
Caterpillar said, all voice to the voice conversation and the information, the command and the number. He said, a picture of that my village guy. He said, that Caterpillar everything. After they left the Caterpillar bomb, yes, now that my village guy on their camp. No, the guy for co-op. And they had the name of police.
Now, did you hear that? That Butuzo is never involved in any crime. That what happened is that Butuzo, Caterpillar asked Butuzo, please, there's something that happened, so please, can he give him the contact of the commander in that Law Panther axis? Butuzo gave him the contact. That is that.
With the dragon. I had you with the idea. You said, wow, we send Caterpillar. Every connect you go for your bazaar release the guy, no more than that, Mazin and the Caterpillar. More like Yajibia from freedom. How did he say the guy? Caterpillar said, who did? After 2 days, Caterpillar came back to me. I concluded with them. And the commander came here Gombo. About 2.something million chamber. The family of this guy could go social amount of million before. Now I go back and I come see the family of this guy, Kenya 500,000.
Okay. Now, this is people who were still working under ESN then. Now, and all of them, including Butuzo, worked under ESN then, and he has contact of all people. Okay, so why they are doing this thing? Because they feel that Simon is not genuine at that moment. So, and they said that this person was against what they were doing, so they took that person, they adopted the person, kidnapped. Now, how they brought in a Caterpillar in this is Caterpillar was called to rescue. Now you hear how what he said about the Caterpillar demanding for money. In fact, I will not play this particular one again. It's for you to know the names. Caterpillar might not be totally guilty of anything, but the name, there is a stain in the name, but he might not be 100% guilty of the particular thing. Here this guy said he collected 500 million in addition, yet did not even release the guy. But somebody who say he's standing for Biafra, if any group adopted somebody and you are saying you're defending Biafra, why giving those people money? Why not insist they release the person? That is the question this Papa Ejima asked here. So let us see here what.
Papa Ejima, you know Caterpillar since so. I don't know that guy I'm going to go now. But Caterpillar being you are since you are. The guy, you know, that guy I'm going to. Can you use you associate with people like that? If you look at like you say, no need to look at me because it's going to look at because somebody didn't know that I was somehow.
So I don't want to be playing everything. So what another person is now reacting from that group, this is what you are here. So that you know who this person is all along. I am not the person, I don't know him in person. I don't know, I don't have to, judge, but I am presenting this so that you know. At least among the Simon Ekpa's followers, everybody knew how much Simon talked bad about him. Now, Ngozi is telling you that he is Simon's best person. You remember that Karo White told Biafran people that he was Nnamdi Kanu's most trusted. So when I tell you about Tunde Nzama returning, exactly everything that happened about Tunde Nzama is what is happening again. The Tunde Nzama people are, their character, everything is manifesting. Madam Baba is now telling you today that she is the Simon's closest person that knows in and out of Simon. Then how come you know in and out of Simon? You were in Finland before their convention in Finland, and probably you were in Finland when Simon was arrested. Yes. And till February you are still in Finland, which I have proven with your Twitter registration. People now have tracked it. Yes, all eyes on you. People have now tracked your activity. They are tracking your activities. So they are not showing it. You don't know this is what is happening. How come you don't know what is happening? Now, can't you see that you make yourself the more a liar? Because what everybody can see is that you are deliberate about making sure Simon doesn't come out. But to save your head, you are pushing it to the head of Ogenkere. Now, everybody can remember that DOS was committing the atrocities. We're pushing it on the head of Simon Ekpa. There are so many evidences of that. This is what is happening today. Ogenkere have not gone to anywhere to tell you, oh, this individual. But she comes every day, oh, that individual. And then when she couldn't be, she will not call the name. I want to still show you other things. At least I have straightened a lot of things here. Adadiora said Simon is answering a criminal case. Ogenkere. That did not come from Adadiora. Adadiora was told that from Ngozi's camp. Now I have cleared you on that. On the issue of account, myself, I even called Ogenkere. Oh, Oga, you must do account too. This is public fund. At the end of the day, Ogenkere gave reasons why he is keeping that from due to some involvement. Sometimes in the name of organization you get certain loan, in the name of organization you do certain things, certain people money. If he is to give these details, the identity of some people will show. So it is better the way he had to do it with Simon, and Simon stopped talking about it again. And Simon now had to understand probably that they didn't have that amount, they didn't have much, and had to agree. In fact, even this Ada confessed that there was a time this Ogenkere was also borrowing money to the union, apart from giving. That even this money, Simon at a point commanded that Ogenkere's money should be paid back. That one he borrowed should be paid back. You listen, you follow that up. You should hear, you should know this. So now, for people to come just to blackmail the person now, and all of you are listening to that just in a free, the thing baffles me. Okay, there are. Let me know. Is this?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. That sounds like greet everyone. I'm making a
okay, I already played this one.
Obi account ụmụ amụsụ dịchapụ ụmụ ife ụmụ na-ekpetasi online ngozi ọrụ eze Adadiora mma atapila page ma na ihe ụmụ na-ekpeta online.
Now, did you hear what this person is saying? This is a DOS person. He's telling you, see what they are all doing, tethering online. Now, see the three characters that are associated with Ngozi Oraveze. Did you think that this person is ignorant? Is this person naive? This person is telling you this because he knows that this is a disgrace. The people that Ngozi is linked with, look at the characters. You want to hear the name again? Listen.
bịa ka ụlọ ụmụ amụsụ chakwa ụlọ ife unu na-epụtasị online Ngozi Arabeze Adadiora mma Katapila Ejima na ihe unu na epụta online.
See the persons, Adadiora, Ngozi Arabeze, Caterpillar, and all of them, and Pejima. You hear that?
Ihe unu na-eme onwe unu ndị na-agbasa ama ọnụ mgba agbana dị kanụ.
Now, are you hearing? Now the same person is talking about Papa Ejima. These three people. Unu bụ ndị na-agbasa ama ọnụ mgba. Okay?
Ọnwụ ya nwụ ụdị na maara ozi ụnụ.
No.
Unu na-emekọsị afa ndị Igbo ala. Ọnwụ ya nwụ.
Okay? Are you hearing that? That their end will be so terrible. Their end will be so terrible. I am not the one saying. I am not the one saying. So, but now, I want you to hear something else.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. I really don't know how I found myself on this platform, but I got enough to go on this platform. The government in one two cabinet ministers, because all the cabinet be the government. When other what if any when you become possible secretary PM, we are PM Mboku. Divide that in the network.
Now, listen to the 2 points this lady made here now, so far I have played. Only the Ngozi bu secretary PM, seen up everything to PM. Now, remember that Ngozi joined in asking DOS that they say they are the people that knows everything about Nnamdi Kanu. So how come Nnamdi Kanu missed or disappeared for 8 days? They didn't know again about the whereabouts of Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, it was Ngozi that joined in asking that question. Now, Simon arrested Ngozi, who said she is the rightest person. So let me just use the most right person or closest person to Simon. Now, how come she don't know exact what is happening with Simon? The same question she asked DOS during Nnamdi Kanu. I'm asking, how come she can't tell you tangibly, substantially, what exactly is going on with Simon, like Adadiora demanded to know before they started blackmailing her? Now, are you hearing that? Then again, why is she hell-bent on dividing the Biafran people's donation and the men on ground? Why is she divided? Is there any new thing that she wants to do? Nothing. Because if she wants to decentralize, of course, there are different units, but there must be a front. There must be a united front. There must be a front, a common front. So what is happening with her? What is she doing with you people? Now listen again.
According to the ministers of the ministers, ndị na-atụ ego eji anụ ọgụ n'obodo anyị oge PM na obiro na Naịjirịa obiro na Biafra mana ndị dịka Musa Christopher Musa na-ebakwa our PM because of ife a na-eme n'ụlọ na-akọ deep.
Okay, now she's asking you to ask her, why is Musa no longer crying? Why is he now going everywhere on any media telling people that they are in control now? Everything is under control. So they are no more agitated because no more stress for them. It's a walkover now because somebody has helped them to divide and and weaken the whole system. So you can see that.
DPM, see DPM as a when I call the lawyer the other day, see my ex-wife. Ex-wife na bachite you madam.
Okay. So that one, we have played that one. I want to look for another one. Look at this so that you know.
Because our voice in one of them said, Madam Azoka, very good. Madam Azoka, will be Caterpillar 7 million, don't be an assignment. No. Caterpillar with 7 million buffer also, all you make Caterpillar to buffer.
I hear you.
Madam Azoka, serve Biafra selflessly. Let's hear you. Madam Azoka, Jadi, okay, na Biafra, if not Biafra, for more than Tiawa Biafra, to Biafra today. Around the Madam Azoka, the Biafra, come on, TAT. As a defense.
Now, as a defense
chief of staff that time, yeah, we never tell 7 million, Caterpillar.
Okay, so now are you hearing these things now? Do you know that when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in 2014 to 2017, it was what do you call him? It was this man Uchenefo that was in charge and handled everything perfectly. Do you remember that Madam Azoka, like Uchenefo, was gossiped? Madam Azoka was gossiped as well. People who were supposed to be closer people to Nnamdi Kanu, who later became DOS, were the ones gossiping. People who were close to Simon Ekpa, who were supposed to be very good people who should mean well for the struggle, are the people that gossiped to the suspension of Madam Azoka, that got her so pissed off because of her sacrifice. I said this in my last program and I'm saying it again. Now Madam Azoka today is now watching and laughing. The same person that gossiped her into her suspension has taken charge, now had to now bring the people that were stealing the Biafran people's money. Now what happened between Madam Azoka? Now how come that this same defense that Simon see as the cardinal part of the struggle, how come this Madam Baobao is always interested in that defense? Can you see, it did not start today. We did not start with success and Ogenkere. It started with in the time of Madam Azoka. That was when she wanted to make sure she weakened that place so that we didn't go the far we are going, or we have gone. Now, she wanted to stop that from Madam Azoka. Her gossip. Again, that same defense, she has come to weaken it. Anybody that will stand her way, she will remove the person so that she will make sure she serves the interests of. Are you not asking, what is this woman doing in Finland? Get a lawyer? No. Let us protest in Finland? No. But you are still in Finland. But you came even before the convention in Finland. What exactly are you doing? Finland of all places, no other place, it's only Finland. So why don't you now think about really asking many questions about this woman and her mission? What does she stand to gain? Remedios up until today is still asking for unity, that there should be unity, because what is happening at home is not what he can continue doing saga. Now Remedios now have come to clear it time and time again that what he did was just saga. Adadiora was apologizing. What did she say? She said that when she did the blackmail she did, that it was that when you are fighting, anything goes. Anything you know you will say to make sure the enemy falls. That is what she did against Ogenkere and his followers. So and the same thing Remedios did. So because they had to do everything to make sure they floor Ogenkere. So why not you begin to tell yourself the truth? Now interrogate what is really the problem. If truly it is a question of we can say anything to destroy the perceived enemy. Why not you as a Biafran person now begin to call for unity? Ogenkere is always open for unity. Madam Baba don't want to hear anything about that. If you tell her this is causing obstruction, she said no obstruction. Everything is going normal. You ask her, she said, how many people are following them? Everything is going normal. If you try to talk to the people around her, they will tell you, no, everything is going normal. Because they stand to gain, they know what is their gain. Let me put it that way. They know what is their gain by having us divided. Remember, there is always one antics that the white man who put us in the mess put us. There's one antics they kept using, which they passed on to the Fulani, and the Fulani still passed on to our own Biafran politicians. What is that antics? Divide and rule. Divide and rule. That is what they are still using today. Imagine Simon is out, and the revelation about from IBB, Yakubu Gowon, and all of that came up. Imagine all this thing is happening. Imagine Simon is out and Trump is to be inaugurated. Imagine Simon honors that Trump inauguration, or was invited and he honors it. Imagine the progress we should be making if we are united. Imagine that the foolishness of Ohaneze Ndoshi demanding for money as the only compensation to the Igbo people over the decades of blackmail and punishment for committing no offense. Imagine Simon is out and these things are coming up. But here is a Madam Bao Bao who is doing the bidding of the caliphate for God knows what reason. So
adịghị bụ onye gị na di ebu ofu nwanne na-asụ ofu asụsụ ịgba ya mgbe okwu onye gị na ya na-alụ ọrụ unu n'oge nkere APM ndị Biafra gọọmenti Republic Government in Exile gị na ya na-alụ ọrụ.
Now, for clarity, I say something about opening a different office other than the brigade offices, liaison offices. She called that one the United States of Biafra government. Oh, sorry, yes, United States of Biafra government foreign agent. For those of you who are learned, please, what is the role of Biafran brigade liaison office? What is the role? Now, ask her, what is the role of the new agency, the foreign agent? What would that foreign agent be doing? Would that foreign agent be funded? Would they require resources to succeed? Would they have that office opened for free? Won't it be Biafran's monies that will be used for that? The monies that should be serving better purpose. All this is because she wants to make sure that the monies that Biafran people bring get so useless. She wants to make sure that there is no usefulness. She don't want to make sure that people get tired of donating because they are not seeing result for the ones they are donating. Now ask yourself, why is it that Adadiora had the courage to blackmail Ogenkere only after blackmailing him, now coming to tell their friends that after all, the money Ogenkere is realizing that he is really sending it to men on ground? Then, when will she tender apology to Biafran people for doing that deceit? So now, you that clap for her for doing that, why are you clapping? You really want Biafra, and you hear somebody tell you she blackmailed somebody that was doing the real work of Simon Ekpa and the work that serves Biafran people right. Men on ground. When will you now call her out for discouraging Biafran people from giving more money to the person that is really giving money to the men on ground? When will you do that? It's all right. It's all right. Let us continue to play.
Because our voice is low. One of them said, "I'm going to carry the beacon. I'm going to carry the caterpillar 7 million. Don't be an assignment. No. Caterpillar were 7 million. Buffalo also. All you make caterpillar.
Now, during Numbeyan Simon, no. Now, this is another person who now when we caterpillar and Simon, no, before Simon Sakaya. Why did Simon sack him? That he was involved in a lot of evil. which also included eating monies meant for the struggle and for men on ground. So why would somebody commit that offense that has to do with men on ground, which is what Simon told you, that men on ground is the most important thing to him, that nobody should come in there. If he did not bring you dead, please stay on your lane, stay clear from that area, that this is the most sacred. Why did somebody who have been fighting to be involved in security finally break in? Why did she have to remove Simon? Because the paymasters told her she must have access to that security, because if that is the biggest paying position, she can make donation more than Ogenkere now, because she has been paid more. She has been paid big. Why is it so that the person that stole, if this is the name, the person that has a thing to do with different crimes and then has clear evidences of doing away with Biafran people's money meant for security and defense, now she's claiming, if you have anything, if you have anything for, please forward it. Okay, so that when she now, somebody now forwards it, she now say, okay, I didn't know, we are not spirit. The damage has been done. The damage on the name of Ogenkere has been done. The damage on the men on ground. Do you know how many commanders that have been fired? Do you know how many camps that have been broken? Do you know how many Obunigwe and the equipments that have been taken? Do you know how many bushes that have been burnt? You should know where we are going. You should know where we are going. Now, Adadiora has made confessions. Now, when Adadiora denied, said some things that there are cardinal points, when she exonerated or said some things. Did you hear Adadiora say, when I told you that Ngozi is not representing Simon, that she is fighting to have a different government from what Simon have? Did Adadiora tell you that she's apologizing on that part? When she made her apologies, there are places she said for this side yes, for this side yes, for this side yes, but I like this side, I like this side, I like this side. Did you hear her withdrawing the assertion that Ngozi doesn't represent Simon? Did you hear her withdrawing that men on ground are not given money? Did you hear her say that Ngozi, she's clearing the air that Ngozi did not divide the men on ground like she already said? Did you hear her tell you that the money is no more forwarded to charity, which is not why Biafran people are donating? There are many things, if you are genuine, if you are sincere, if you really want Biafra to come, there are many questions you should be asking. Okay, so that you don't think I am the one saying it, so that those who follow Simon sincerely from beginning can be in a better place to rethink, and so that they will be the ones to even speak about what happened to Madam Azuka. And why? Because Madam Azuka was in charge of defense. This same woman has always targeted the defense, and Simon said this defense is a no-go area, and Simon kept saying he doesn't want her to be involved in that defense, because the spirit of Simon was telling Simon that there is something about this woman that he can't really figure out. But for now, she is donating money very well. Let us keep her. He gave her a position that she can't handle, that she don't have any business with, because we don't really need that position for now. And there is something I will still tell you, please, about the thing Adadiora wanted to say. One of the things she wanted to say that she did not end up saying. Yes, about that reconciliation committee. Let us continue now. This woman kept fighting to have access to that security. Simon kept blocking it, and she finally had to have access to that defense, even when it meant removing Simon from the way. Yes, please take this part serious. Madam Bao Bongozi, look at what somebody is saying about somebody that followed Simon long ago is saying about her. Yes.
Ọkwa maka dis ashawo woman anabụ ngozi ọra bụ eze ka eji maka ya suspend nwaanyị a ma Gaddafi a na-akọtọ mba chere nwe ihe ndị a mere ọkwa kịta ka anyị matabara ezi.
Now this is the person that was following her. Now look at the name that the person that was following her is calling her. That it is Kita that he started understanding what is really fishing. Before he was fighting against Ogen Kere. He was fighting against Ogen Kere. This man you are seeing. But Kita that he began to understand the truth. Now he began to connect to why Ngozi was always condemning Madam Azoka. Why Ngozi was always, denting the name of Azoka. Ask yourself, why did Ngozi rally around these people? Why did Ngozi insist on being involved in the security? Why is Ngozi trying to fight anybody that is in that security, to blackmail the people that have been in the security and that was making the defense work? Why is she in Finland? Why was she in Finland even before the event? Why can't she tell you this is what is exactly happening with? Now this person is pointing to you that's why she had to make sure Simon goes out of the way, because Simon insisted that she must not be involved in that security. Now there was something a brother said in the group. Okay, maybe if I should play that woman's voice so that I connect to the brother. Let me play that woman's voice. It will help me connect to that brother's voice. Yes, I think this is that woman. No. That woman, the woman that I was playing, that called her Madam Bao. That woman said that a brother spoke in the forum that until we start, dealing with these governors, until we start treating their fuck up, we won't make any progress. What did that guy say in the group? That guy said something in the group. In fact, that guy even made official appeal. What he said in the group is that the guy said that our people only make noise. Our people only make noise. And he circulated a voice note. He appealed. He addressed Asari Koba, addressed Ateketom, addressed government Tompolo, addressed a lot of the men, the strong men, telling them that they must come on deck now. Now, what did he mean by that? If you want me to play that voice note, I will not play it myself. I will take permission from that brother, because that was why Simon began to try to connect. If you remember my programs last year, my programs was talking to my Niger Delta brothers. I was talking to my brothers. I was trying to bring them in. If anybody that followed me for a long time, have been following me since last year at least, should know I was going that direction. Simon wanted to incorporate them because you cannot include them in the list of your states and you don't want them to have a say. You come to me in my place in Akwa Ibom, you include my community and you don't want me to have a say. Ibonyala, are you not a joker? You're a big joker. So Simon was trying to bring them. Now, one of the role, the outstanding duty Simon gave to the reconciliation committee, number one was inside the cabinet, and number two is there are communities like Urobo that wanted recognition, that don't want to sing Igoro people, some Urobo people. They were seriously agitating that they must be included. You don't just include them without them, being part. Now, Did you hear the way Ngozi replied that? For you remember now when she was replying to her connection to that governor, tell them to go and talk to them. Now, did you ask yourself? Then the second role, that is one thing the Adadiora wanted to expose. Ngozi at some point told her something like that. She doesn't want that reconciliation with the Niger Delta men, because the people that contracted her knew that if my brothers, men, real men, staunch men, if they come involved, that is why you see she did everything to sabotage Commander Holy Ghost, because she knows that Commander Holy Ghost was a man that was in the creek and he still had connection. Why were you not? There was a man, Adadiora played his video. That is one of the men in Bakassi. And you know who are these men in Bakassi? The men who understand the waters. Make I leave them that way. The men who understand the waters very well. You understand what it means to understand the creek and the waters. Yes. And you know how much they have been useful. Now, this our brother in that platform was saying that our people should stop fighting all this nonsense, social media and stop using their blowing alarm everywhere. Why I have not played is that he has not replied me. He is supposed to reply me so that I will know if he is consent. The truth is that even he himself is convinced that Ngozi is working for Biafra. Yes, he is convinced. So, and I still work with him. I will not fight somebody that is working with Ngozi because they are convinced. Maybe as things continue to unfold, everybody will begin to know the truth. Yes, he said that we should unify and stand strong, doing strong things until we start to teach these men lesson. That will never be serious. Then he started advocating. He addressed these men on ground, these men, Asare, Tompolo, and every other person. Now, do you know how serious he was? He made sure that this circulated in different of our Niger Delta platforms. Yes. IYC, it in every platform, in every Niger Delta platform, IYC is aware of that. He took his time. He detailed it. I'm supposed to play it, but I cannot play it without his consent. A lot of people who are here should know the voice note I'm talking about. Now, Ngozi tried to stop that reconciliation committee because of their job to unify men. That unification, she disbanded that reconciliation committee of Simon, because these men were supposed to work and unify the men from the creek men. After declaration, they were supposed to unify the creek men, because Simon knows that you cannot talk about recognition and parts of the country you have created are not in tandem with your agenda or with your ideology. Nobody will be supporting a disunited people, because they will be sure that they are coming in, that everybody is united, everybody is together. They cannot come to trouble when the Ijaw people are not yet totally in. That those strong men, they will pose resistance. That was why Simon put up that Ngozi made sure. She said she doesn't want that. What she was banking on, that Asari sold us, she forgot that Nnamdi Kanu was saved from the creek, but by the forces from the creek.
Good morning, my brothers, my fellow Islam brothers, especially who are taking lead the revolution for the survival of the Asian people. I want to speak to each and everyone that are taking lead in the revolution for Asian survival. I want to thank my brother, my senior brother, Alhaji Mujahid Asare Ntokobo. You have helped me in various ways because we met for the survival of the Asian ethnic nationality in the Niger Delta shortly after my ethnic nationality and your ethnic nationality came out of inter-ethnic crisis. And you made it clear when we met at Bundo in the meeting. When you know I am a Nende man, you call the leadership of Muslims and said, now that we have met for the common purpose of the survival of the Asian people, you would that we should not bring.
Now, when he addressed them in their forums, in different forums in different Niger Delta forums, he put up this appeal. Each of the leader he called, Asari is a leader, Tompolo is a leader, Ateketom is a leader, Boilov is a leader. All of them, he addressed everybody. When he will tell you his encounter with you, when he called this person, he will tell the person his encounter with him. When he called all of them, he tells them their encounter with him. And then he made his appeal that the resource control we wanted, we never got it. And the only hope they have, given that Biafra is a confederate state arrangement, that they all must key into it. He himself, he was a strong man too. Yes, he was involved in all the activities. So, this brother, I will not continue to play this until I take permission from him. So maybe in a program I will play the whole of it. So at least you have heard the voice. For those who know, who have heard it, some of my fellow Niger Delta brothers, you can relate to this video. You would have heard it in a platform. Because I wanted to make sure it doesn't appear I'm just saying nonsense. So now you need to hear. Okay, I'm no more here now. About 50 million naira. Let me play this one. I don't know.
15 million. Kenya the caterpillar. No way to find the caterpillar. And I cried out. And I shout. And I scream. No, you go.
Now, you are aware of this. You are aware of this. Now, are you not also aware that Ada exposed how they lied against Ogenkere? Well, why not ask why the lies?
When we go to Tulsa, you go to Tulsa. You go to this place, his life. We need to abandon this guy with his group. We know that the person they attack down. We know what to do. You guys are very good. We will see any so big. I will go to that.
Now, that's the lies that they all, including her, sold against Ogenkere about the buying of our men. It is not Ogenkere. Ogenkere doesn't have anything to do with it. She won't confess it. So that when she's telling you about truth, you already know when she said the truth and where she said the truth. Okay. At least you have heard this thing.
Iji wee ndị akọrọ n'ịta iji gosi na nkwado ngozi na beze bụ onye isi ozi agha anyị nụrụ mana anyị o mana kabinet o ihe niile ọbata obi echụrụ achụ
Are you hearing that? Mana men on ground, mana cabinet, when she said she's apologizing, did she tell you that this side she not talk again? No, she did not come to correct this part. Because she know that Anibo will Tibuya. That's why she didn't go to this side. She's a very smart person, she did not go to school. She's very intelligent. Yes, they are on her neck, they are blackmailing her, they want to fall her, they threaten her, but this part she don't want to go to certain places. She did what she did, konja, and said things that doesn't matter to us. For that of van, it is true. That is not our business. But that cardinal part, she did not reverse it. You need to go and listen to her apologies again. She did not reverse that part. She instead exonerated Ogenkere. The other ones, the flimsy one, she later said it is just a cover-up side. When she said, but I'm not saying that Ogenkere did not sell PM. But when it comes to the sponsoring men organ, Ogenkere is giving them money, that she must say the truth. That Ogenkere is still pumping money to the men on ground. At least you heard that. Okay.
Angel Biafra.
Now, are you hearing it? That the truth she said still stands. Ngozi Rabeze is not sponsoring, not giving anything to our angels. Rather, it's Ogenkere that is pumping money. I am talking about even after she did apologize, she still remained strong on that side. Then, if Ngozi Rabeze is not giving the men on ground money, rather created the ones that were the people Simon sacked, and then keep giving them something. Is she working with Simon? So that you know why Ada did not reverse the fact that Ngozi is not working with Simon. That what she said, that Ngozi is not working for Simon, she doesn't represent for Simon. That is what she is still clarifying here, and that is why she didn't want to reverse that part. That Ngozi till tomorrow is still not working with men on ground, but she had led her disgruntled or ignorant people into believing that Simon is with Ngozi. Ngozi is with Simon. Can you hear that now? This is what Adadiora said. I am working on what she said. So, moving out from there are some other videos I am supposed to play.
Yeah, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your location, depending on where you are. Brothers, I want to drop a piece here. If you like it, or if you so much wish to share it, you can share it to other platforms where you belong. Listen here, what happened to Adadiora and Ngozi Rabeze? I want to give you a breakdown of what happened. Listen, brothers, during the time when our Adadiora was blinded, why did I say she was blinded? She was following Ngozi Rabeze, thinking that Ngozi Rabeze meant well for Biafrans, without knowing that Ngozi Rabeze have her own agenda. Now, when our PM was called for questioning or was arrested, let's just say it bluntly how it is, and the arrest of our PM, Adadiora doesn't know that Ngozi Rabeze knows about it. She's aware that our PM will be arrested in so and so time. Everything has been planned before the convention took place. That's why Ngozi Rabeze, during the time from the day one, she got herself into this liberation, into this struggle. She can't.
Now, did you hear that? That even before the arrest of Simon, Ngozi was aware. Okay. Do you know that from what some people are bringing up now, that even the period she was arrested, our PM was arrested, that she visited Finland. That is some people are alleging. I don't think I might not buy that particular one exactly, but before the convention, she was in Finland as well, and that after convention she remained in Finland, and that's why she is blocking every access of Simon coming out. Even when Ogenkere had to write to Finland, Ogenkere did not even make it open that he wrote to Finland asking for Simon's release. He did not make it open. It is Ngozi that exposed it, trying to fight Ogenkere. You saw it, I showed it in my laptop. It's still in her Twitter handle. She was the one that published it, that the individual called himself Ogenkere should desist asking for the release of Simon, that he doesn't have any business, something like that, as the person with Simon, as Papa Simon, as Mama Simon. So you can see she is blocking. Some people would think maybe it's because they are dragging position. No, she is only blocking every avenue that will help Simon. Okay, so she knows when Simon is written to, when government of Finland is written to, so, but she cannot write to Finnish government officially. She cannot act as a government, but she is claiming government. She cannot take Finland as a government. Maybe make a very serious case, move to ICC, write Finland, petition Finland, do anything to make sure she creates. The way she doesn't want anybody to hear about Nnamdi Kanu's case, she wants the case of Simon to go down. They want to play it down so that people will begin to forget Simon. Then she will be claiming she's in charge, she's doing Biafran thing, just keeping you people busy. Why there is no headway? She will just keep you people busy. You are talking Biafra, this one on the social media. That is what she stands to. That's what she's doing. So let me play more voice videos. I want to connect to one letter she wrote. Now go back for some of you. When I read it, you remember when she wrote the letter. I think that was towards the end of January. She said, the United States of Biafra is a new nation that has been declared in Lati, Finland on November 29th, 2024. Are you hearing that? When the United States of Biafra is declared, then she will not come out to tell you that Biafra is a defunct state that they are declaring to revive the existing state, which is the race situation. Now, but here it is totally a new state declared. Now, did Simon tell you Biafra is a new state? No. Simon voted to adopt a new name. Then we are declaring to revive the state that was once existing. It's a defunct state. It was once existing. So reviving that statehood, we are declaring to revive it and then seek that the international community recognizes it. That is what happened. But this is the letter of, so you know how people want to mock what you are doing. Now, most things the government does should be on the public domain, including names, our plans, our bank accounts and bank programs, including the banks at home. So according to her and according to this, it means we are now a state officially. So we have our banks and we have all things working for us. So we are not afraid of anybody. So why is she still in diaspora? She should come back so that she will run those banks. What Simon did is, Simon adopted the banking system, the name of the banking institutions, the name of the financial institutions, yes, the banking, the pattern He adopted the American pattern, he adopted these things because that is the right thing to do. That is preparation. But somebody now coming to tell you that she will continue to expose, why she was writing this in defense of her actions of exposing the Biafran people to danger, bringing in Fulani account, the tag. She will still mention it too. Okay, maybe I should read before I explain deeper. Now, anyone telling you to keep our names, our banks and programs secret is a fool that does not know where the government is going. She did this after Remedios exposed the crime she was committing. And thanks to Remedios and those who lent their voice, the Remedios insisted on that crime. We are not yet a recognized country. We are all still hiding. Anybody who is tracked, Remedios cried, validating that particular WhatsApp note that went viral of some people who were now on the run, running away from here, running to other countries because of that exposure. Because their details are there, and some of them were even getting calls from government security agents, Nigerian security agents. So now, these people were running away. These are people who have some roles doing for Biafran, fighting for Biafran cause on the ground. But now they are exposed, so they are on the run. Those things they do, they cannot do again. That is how Ngozi is working. She is working so deeply to do what she's doing. But some of you will not understand. Okay. Anyone telling you to keep our program secret is why? Check the previous paragraph. Because we are now a government. So everything we do should be in the public domain. We are now a government. So people's banking details and how they are donating money from here should be made open. Now yes, let me just ask, is it that government is no more looking for us? Do we now have an understanding with Nigerian government? Are we now working together with the Fulani? But I answer Remedios, we are not working with the Fulani. Rather, she is working with the Fulani. I answer Remedios. Because Simon said what you don't know is bigger than you. Now, they expose our mandate account. They expose our mandate and touch bank information with names, thinking that it will deter Biafrans. Unfortunately, their tactics has failed woefully. Now, some media dogs came to defend that there is nothing like a Fulani Taj account. That the account that we are using is the same one that Simon created. Is that true? Even Ngozi is attested to that. This is the Taj she created. She even went further to tell you that she is determined to do what she's doing. She even went further to create FCMB. And she said it should be made open, that they are not hiding it. Now, check his comments here now. Check her comment here now. She said, they expose our mandate. They expose. Supposedly Ogenkere exposed, or Ogenkere faction exposed our government. Now, for you to know if it is true, check